and the stigma. On the news this evening, family of slain Ignatius, a Jewish student, demands police investigation. Police launch investigation into killing of Obele community chief Dabiri. Former Vice President Atiku, FCT Minister Wike react to Governor Okpagbola's comment on Obi. Drama security bars Senator Natasha from entering National Assembly. Police set to test recruits for drug. On the foreign scene, UN condemns Israel-backed aid distribution system. I am Kalada Kurubatibo. We'll go for a quick commercial. When we return, the news in detail.
The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Owunaru Ibrahim Jotwil, on
Speaking in an interview with correspondent Emeka Otoka, the elder brother of the late Mr. Okpo dismissed reports linking his brother to cultism, insisting he was not a cultist. Okpo said he received a call on July the 19th from his late brother's friend informing him that Julius had been shot and was lying critically injured on the street. He said by the time he arrived at the scene with police operatives, his brother had already died. He also clarified that the body of his late brother deposited in the hospital, the University Hospital, as earlier reported. Ambrose Okpo certainly will not rest until the responsible for the killing of Julius Okpo face justice. Earlier, the police spokesperson, SP Grace Iringokoko, said the Rumolumeni division received a report that Julius Okpo, a 300-level student of Ignatius Ajuri University and an indigene of Okposi in Ogba Egbema local government area, was allegedly shot by members of a rival gang around Cecilia Road. But the chief security officer of Rumolumeni community, Kenneth Olumini, dismissed reports of a gang clash in the area. In another development, the Rivers State Police Command says it has launched an investigation into the killing of the Vice Chairman of Obele Council of Chiefs, Chief Ferdinand Dabiri, which occurred last Saturday. Spokesperson for the command, SP Grace Iringokoko, told correspondent Emeka Otoka that police operatives have been deployed to Obele community to restore calm. SP Iringokoko also appealed to residents of the community and the general public to cooperate with the police by providing useful information that could lead to the arrest of the killers. As you may know, eyewitnesses say Chief Ferdinand Dabiri was allegedly shot at close range by a gang led by one Cairo, who stormed the venue where the chief and others were holding a meeting. Cairo reportedly fled the scene after confirming he was dead. Two chieftains of Labour Party in Rivers State have shared different opinions about the decision of the party's 2023 vice presidential candidate, Dati Baba Ahmed, to attend the National Executive Committee meeting led by the Julius Abure faction of the party. Recorded after the meeting yesterday, Baba Ahmed said he attended the meeting to reconcile divergent opinions. Speaking with correspondent Soibi Oruwari, Hilda Dokubo, who said she attended yesterday's NEC meeting, said the development will help chart a new course in the party.
If a man comes and he says, I am here to ensure that every faction, whatever is existing, we agree there is no crack in the Labour Party or in the relationship between himself and his principal, as he refers to Peter Obi. But it's important for everybody to come back together and, run as a family the way they did in 2023. I think it's a great thing. What we have on ground is that Daxi says he is here to make peace, and he has not said he's doing this without PO.
But the former chairman of the Greens is still laying to the conspiracy.
The motive that's for doing that safety. I'm the one that have destroyed the party. So that's any relation with him that will move forward. We should let him go and the party should keep moving forward as it's moving forward. We should just stay where he is. That's Supreme Court and he's still going back. The team will be from things on going to be like we're going to come any but not with Abuja.
But Mr. No amount of reconciliation by any individual in the party can set aside the supreme judgment, which according to him sacks the Aburi national leadership of the
That is just a person. So if that is recognized Abu is his personal view and opinion, that is choice cannot override the Supreme Court decision. So it's his choice. He can decide to recognize him as his own chairman, but Abu has been moved by the Supreme Court, and that's what it is. A person's opinion cannot be greater than the Supreme Court decision. Yeah, Abu can still be a member of Labour Party, but as far as being a national chairman, the Supreme Court have removed him, and that one is settled. That is trying to reconcile him on the bill. It's not reconciling him on the ground that he will continue as national chairman.
Recall that since the judgment of the Supreme Court, the Labour Party leadership at the national level has been divided into three factions, with the 2023 presidential candidate of the party, Peter Obi, recognizing a caretaker committee led by Nanadi Usman, while Julius Abure and Lamidi Apapa are also laying claim to the chairmanship position of the party. Some stakeholders have called on political actors in various states to learn from the prevailing peace and political maturity in Akwa Ibom State, where the governor and the Senate president belong to the same political party and maintain a harmonious progressive jurisdiction. Correspondent the coordinator of the Rivers Peace Initiative, Obinna Egbogidi, said political leaders in Rivers must learn to set aside personal egos and democratic interests as act.
For months, the state was in crisis. Even though we are in place of public democratic structures remains significant. The key lesson here, if you ask me, is that ego must bow to collective good, and political actors in the state must realize this is we all need to thrive.
Mr. Egbogidi said the Senate president's gesture reflects a strategy of placing the state collective interest above individual ambition.
What happened in Akwa Ibom is indeed a testament to the fact that political maturity and shared responsibility for peace can move a state forward. The optics of a Senate president, a leader of the state, also taking him to the president to discuss the state and these developments is not just symbolic. It shows strategy. It shows a willingness to prioritize the people over personal pride. In contrast, Rivers suffered because entrenched interests took precedence over institutional stability.
Still on political matters, Edo State Governor Monday Ekwegbolo says he has no regret telling the former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, to always notify him while coming to the state. Speaking at the official commissioning of the state-owned transport company in Benin City, Governor Ekwegbolo said his directive was only an advice and not a threat. Also speaking, yesterday, Minister Yasi said Governor Monday Ekwegbolo was right to ask Mr. Obi for prior notice before visiting the state. The minister said Edo State Governor will be held accountable if anything happens to Obi while in the state. Meanwhile, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has warned that any threat against Peter Obi is a threat against all of them. Atiku said this in a tweet this afternoon. We'll go for another commercial, but still to come, police set to test recruits for drug use. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan from gaining access to the premises. The senator, who arrived at the gate accompanied by activist Aisha Yusufu, Randy Peters, and rights advocate Mama P, among others, came down from their vehicles and worked towards the main gate, where they asked security personnel why she was being stopped from accessing the complex.
How people really had it elected and sworn in with duly elected officials to carry out her constitutional function. So may I know why a security from the National Assembly will stop a serving senator from walking in? See of my here.
Archive selected personnel blocking Senator Natasha from entering the complex.
Look at police. Yesterday, police were protesting on behalf of police, and today you are here again to win a legitimate job. You cannot be serving the whims and caprices of one man. Senator Akpabio is not the constituted authority. A senator wants to resume her duties, constitutional duties. What exactly are you?
But you stand here and you said they gave you orders. Even if they give you orders as slaves, you should not behave like slaves. How do you, sir, stand here and then you go back home and meet your children?
Meanwhile, Senator Natasha spoke with journalists at the second gate of the National Assembly complex, where she clarified media reports that the appeal against her reinstatement was not insult Akpabio.
It is clear that it is not the National
Akpabio.
It is clear that it is not the National Assembly, neither it is the Senate. It's Akpabio himself. He is the only appellant. The National Assembly has not appealed that judgment. The Senate has not appealed the judgment. The Committee on Ethics has not, that suspended me wrongly, has not appealed the judgment. As a matter of fact, Senator Akpabio joined the Clerk of the National Assembly, the entire Senate, and the Chairman Committee on Ethics as joint respondents to the case. That means Akpabio has taken the National Assembly and the Senate and the Clerk and the Committee to court as well.
As you may know, a federal high court judgment ordered her reinstatement to the Senate. The court also asked the embattled senator to apologize to the Senate. But the chairman of the Senate Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Yemi Adaramodu, maintained that there was no legal directive compelling Senator Natasha's immediate recall. The administrator of Emoa local government area, Franklin Ajinwo, has directed security agencies to apprehend the culprit behind the killing of Chief Ferdinand Dabiri and ensure he is brought to book. Speaking during a condolence visit to Chief Dabiri's family and to the scene of the crime, Mr. Ajinwo issued a marching order to all security outfits in the area to work tirelessly to arrest the assailant identified by the community as Cairo within the shortest time possible.
Security agencies must not leave anything undone. They must work around the clock to bring this criminal who has shot this chief to book and let him come and answer for whatever he has done. And this particular case, I want to see you accept it like a challenge. Make sure you bring whomever, as well as they are, both him, conspirators, and all those who aided and abetted it. Since they feel or the will not be at peace, please tell them to anywhere they are. Even if they leave the borders of this state, follow them up and make sure you bring them to book. Well, for the people, I condole with the community.
The MOA Council boss added that plans were underway to restore calm and normalcy in the community.
We as a government will do all we can to assist and make sure that peace fully restored. We have already started talking with some of you and we are going to make sure that is achieved. Please don't compromise your peace. Don't ever fear this is my role, because these criminals do not know brothers, they do not know friends, they can get at anybody. So once you see them, please say something. I must say it is very, very unfortunate because the chief, I must say, is a vocal voice of this community. And how many times they have confronted us at the local government headquarters.
An eyewitness who pleaded anonymity and a resident also spoke, recounting what happened.
We're having a family meeting, and I read, our town hall, We are discussing how to make peace in our community and also in our family. So the young man came inside. When he came, he never said anything. He just walked down to the late chief, that person, and shot him.
About 1 minute to 12, there's one shot. And then when I came out, my brother had been shot dead. Yeah, he has been one of the focal persons in the community that said, let there be peace. I will suggest a situation whereby the government, both from the state and the local government, will come to our aid. If it requires getting us a medical base here, it will be a long way.
We call on the security department, and we're also appealing that the government should also, and the local government chairman will also assist us. Even the chiefs who are supposed to be are not here. So what is our hope? Our hope lies in the government.
Our correspondent who visited the Obele community reports that the area is now deserted as elders and residents have left the community. The Police Service Commission, PSC, says it will collaborate with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency to conduct drug integrity tests on prospective police recruits. The request was made during a courtesy visit by the PSC chairman, retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, Ashimu Agungu, to the chairman and chief executive of the NDLEA, retired Brigadier General Mohammed Mawa, in Abuja today. We'll go for a quick commercial. When we come back, we'll take a look at the international scene. Distribution system. This comes as people in Gaza tell the BBC that they can no longer hold on any longer, while a mother said she is having no food for her children. Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry said some 33 people, including 12 children, have died from malnutrition in the past 48 hours. A quick recap on the news this evening. You heard the family of slain Ignatius Ajuri University student is demanding for a thorough police investigation. The police have launched the investigation into the killing of Obele Community Chief Ferdinand Daviri. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike have reacted differently to Governor Kwegbelo's comment on Obi. Drama as security operatives today stopped Senator Natasha from entering National Assembly. Police are making plans to begin drug tests for recruits. And on the foreign scene, UN has condemned Israel-backed aid distribution. The news was edited by Kachi Osu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Kalada Kurubatubo. Good evening. Just stay tuned.